way as I'm looking at sketches up here. Y'all have scanners here or flatbed, whatever it is. Just scan everything. Everything's digital. Scan it and have copies. The other thing that will happen, the student will lose their scanned images. They'll lose either the laptop will be stolen. A week and a half ago, a laptop was stolen out of my office. Sitting on a chair, came in, took it, and stole it. Closed door in my office in USF. Luckily, it wasn't mine. It was one of our professors. But what I did immediately, I got a backup system through, I think it's called, it's an online service that backs up everything. It's $50 a year. It backed everything I had on here. The university has a system for me back, but have backups of all your work too. Because if you lose the model, you lose the drawings, you've lost everything. In fact, we have some students that lost all of their work that was in their computer, one of the thumb drives. They lost their thumb drive. They lost everything. So have backups of everything.
How many pages generally?
That was a question here. I think it varies from 15 to 30 probably. I don't know. It's not. It's again, look at the portfolio yourself and see if there's a range of work, how the work is. If it's all strong work and there's 10 pages, that might help you. But then we go, gosh, there's a reason why there's such a light amount of work here. That's why I say have a range of work and have other stuff. You know, if you do photography, sometimes that may not be classes you're taking. Some students are great architectural photographers or just good photographers of just stuff, you know, not just architecture. And they'll have photography in there. They maybe have built some things. Be careful you don't put things in there that, you know, my grandmother's kitchen remodel, you know. But people do that, and it hurts them. Because like, oh, God, that's what you did for your grandmother, you know. And we have people that'll do renovation to their bedroom, you know, and look at my wallpaper, you know. Oh, God, don't do that kind of stuff. Unless, you know, it's high-end. We had one student that came in one time. Their work, they were from South America, and they showed their work. And they would actually had built furniture and was a furniture designer, designing furniture in Miami. And I looked at the stuff, it's something you see in the magazines. It's beautiful work. So that you can do that kind of stuff if you're doing that kind of high-end design work, product design. You can put that in there. But it's just when you do little, you know, people think, well, I'll just show anything I do creative. And they'll do the backyard deck and put it in there. It's like, oh.
What about, I know most of these are modernist or somewhat abstract models. But what about highly detailed models of pre-existing structures, like a section of a Gothic cathedral that was done to scale?
No, that's fine. If it's a Gothic cathedral, it's not a med-rev house. And we have some students that put the spec houses and stuff like that, and that really hurts them too. And they'll say, well, I worked in an office, and that's what we did. All we did is med-rev housing. So well, that's okay, but that's not what we do here. We're a modernist school. I'll let you know that right now. We're not apologetic about it. We're not trying to be post-toasties or anything. We're clearly modern. So we look at the work, and if a student has that tendency, we may shy away from them because they get very disappointed right away if they think we're a historic school or historicist. There are some good schools like that. I mean, Notre Dame's one of them, I think, it's very intuitive.
You can take that type of work.
Yeah, because I think a Gothic cathedral is done nicely in a model. That's wonderful.
A section model.
Section model. Oh, beautiful. I would do that. I would have that. Because talk about your skill sets. But if you were turning all your architecture was kind of Gothic houses or something, that'd be good.
There was a student once who did photography, and she put the final photograph in. And it was a nice photograph. It took up the whole page. But it just wasn't a really good portfolio. So when I told her to take her photograph, because it was a really nice photograph, and it was an architectonic photograph on the page. And I said, why don't you just make a copy of this and do a different exposure? So her final photograph, instead of being a final photograph, was a study in different exposure, different contrast and stuff. So it showed that she was thinking it through the process that she wanted to finish the graduate. So think about those type of things. All these little sketches that people post to thumbnail sketch. There was one girl who took a figure drawing class, and she had this big, open it up, full page spread of a naked person. And it wasn't very good. And it's like the full, and so I said, well, bring your process drawings. We covered up most of the naked person with the simple sketches that she did. And now, and she got it looked at. But now people are looking for this process. And yeah, there's the quality of the drawing, but because the process is across the bottom, we're taking
years ago,